points earlier this half have really made it a ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we did a lot of things right there. We got, we made somebody else make a shot, and Ryman, that's her second three of the night, and so now we have 6.2 seconds left. That's their last timeout, so they will not be able to stop the clock again. Both teams at this point, the next foul for both teams will be 2 shots. So if they foul us, we're in the double bonus here, and they're drawing up a play. We can move here when we have the basketball, so the player underneath inbounding it can move. We still have 2 timeouts, so I'm sure Matt will remind his ladies, if we can't get it in, let's call timeout right away again. We don't want a 5-second violation. And we just got to be strong with the ball here. And we got a lot of experience, and if we could pick if we had our pick here, we'd want to try to get the ball to Riley, and looks like they're going to run the wide receiver play here, the 5 out of bounds.
Yeah, all 5 Alexandria players out of bounds, and it will be Lauren Byer looking to get it in for Kate Hennessy. She'll just hold the ball, and that takes about 1.3 seconds off the clock. Kate Hennessy has yet to shoot a free throw tonight. She'll be at the line for 2 free throws here.
She'll get 2.
Yep, that's the double bonus after Liza Gustafson commits the foul. So Willmar at 10 fouls now in the second half. Alexandria with 9. Kate Hennessy's first of 2 free throws on the way, and it is no good. 4.9 seconds to go. Second half, it's Alexandria 65, Willmar 64. This for a 2-point lead. Free throw is up, and it's good. And Coach Helscher is going to take that timeout here. Again, Alexandria with 1 timeout remaining. Willmar now has no more timeouts after the shot banked in a few moments ago, I believe, by Aaliyah Ryman to narrow the gap down to 2. And then Kate Hennessy's free throw makes it a 2-point lead after the Willmar triple made it 65-64. But Russ, what do you imagine is being talked about in both huddles here?
Well, we're going to try to obviously make it as difficult as they can to try to, advance the ball up the floor. So we don't want to give them the opportunity to roll the ball as they did the last time. So we have to play defense without fouling. And then when the shot goes up, box out, just get a hand on it, do what you can. To try to secure that rebound and then just hold it. I mean, at this point with this little time on it, but we'll see what Matt does here. We'll maybe put somebody on the ball. I know we'll try to provide some pressure in the backcourt, and we got to try to find a way to get the ball out of Lang's hands. If they win, if they beat you with somebody else, and you just tip your hat to them, but let's try to make somebody else get the ball here.
Well, it's interesting. It's going to be Maddie Malachek to play the ball inbounds to Lily Lang, Emma Salisbury, along with Leah Ryman and Maddie Swearinga on the floor. Malachek to get it in. She's going to throw the baseball pass. Intercepted by Kate Hennessy. She'll play it ahead to Riley Byer, and the foul will be called with one. The clock goes down inside 1 second. 0.6 of a second is what remains.
Yeah, nice job there. The Cardinals were prepared for that, and they were prepared for the baseball pass there, and with Malachek throwing it inbounds, and Kate did a nice job there just playing free safety and intercepting it, and now Riley at the line here to put this one away.
Yep, 2 free throws here for Riley Byer, and the first one is good. And one more coming here. And that's good as well, and that will seal the deal. Alexandria head coach Matt Helscher will take his team's final timeout. Again, we'll keep it right here. Inviting you to stick around. We'll have our Juttner Motors postgame report coming up. We'll have the opportunity to visit with one member of the Alexandria girls basketball team. We'll go through some numbers and much more straight ahead when Juttner Motors presents our post-game report following what's going to be a slim victory for the visiting Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, and there's no scenario now where you can lose the game. So you're just going to make sure you remind your players just to stand there, let them shoot. We're not going to inbounds it under any circumstances. They have no timeouts left. The clock will keep rolling, and this is a good win for the Alexandria Cardinal girls, and coming in here against a desperate team that really was looking for a signature win, and so you got to feel really good.
Yeah, Alexandria is about to go to 9-1 in the Central Lakes Conference and 14-4 overall. Baseball pass to Lang. Her last shot of the game is going to be off target, and Alexandria wins by 4. The visitors outscored the hosts 38-33 in what turned out to be an entertaining second half of basketball. Alexandria battles back from a slim halftime deficit to win by 4 tonight. The final score on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, the Alexandria Cardinals 68, the Willmar Cardinals 64. That's going to do it for our play-by-play, but we do invite you to stick around. We're going to take a break. We'll enjoy some messages from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, and then we're back with the Jutner Motors post-game report after a brief timeout. Okay, players,
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving.
I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
At ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
A successful win isn't about the score, it's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jutner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jutner Motors your best price dealer.
School where the Alexandria Cardinal girls basketball team raises its record to 9-1 in the CLC. Final score tonight, Alexandria 68, Willmar 64. Along with Russ Hendricks and our videographer JP Moline, I am DMAC Dave McClurg, welcoming you to our post-game report presented to you by Jutner Motors of Alexandria. The visitors actually trailed by 1 at the break. Alexandria went on a surge to start the second half to go up by 15, then withheld the Willmar rally late to get the 4-point win at 68-64. And we're going to get together right now and visit with our Quality Toyota Cardinal Athlete Player of the Game. She is one of the captains of the Alexandria girls basketball team, Hope Stark. Our post-game interview presented to you by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota? What's your number? You can check out their selection anytime online at qualitytoyota.net. Now, Hope, I believe I talked to you during the girls' tennis season, and I asked you the Quality Toyota number question. Now I can ask you a different number question for those that are listening on the radio and they don't have access to the YouTube at the moment. What is your number that you suit up for on game night?
My number is 15.
Very good. Has that been a number that you just got this year for your senior year, or have you had it for a couple of years?
I had it when I was growing up, playing a little bit like little kids basketball, but Chloe Scholl's been wearing it for the years before, and I really looked up to her, and I was really excited to have the jersey when she graduated. So it's a really fun thing to get, and I'm just really excited to be wearing 15 because it goes back to the beginning.
Exactly. Nice little circular moment there and everything. Hope, regarding, you mentioned Chloe Scholl, one of the Alexandria area high school graduates from 2025. Do you stay in touch with her or Hadley Toole or Allie Habala or even Macy Lino, those 4 players that are now playing college basketball?
Yeah, it's super fun when we get to see them in our gym, come back, either shoot around or come watch our games. We always keep up with them on social media and stuff, and are looking at how Hadley's doing. She's doing a great job at South Dakota State University, and it's really fun to see like Macy and Chloe and Allie especially too. It's just crazy. It's so fun to see them around, and we miss them a lot, but it's also just fun to see them in a new chapter of their life too.
No doubt, and obviously you'll be entering a different chapter later on here in calendar year 2026. Yes. Does it feel like the school year's flying by?
It's going by in a breeze. It's crazy.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about this game, Hope. It was a game where, your team, I thought, really had good energy from the start.
Yeah.
And then, Willmar made a bit of a surge, actually got the lead at halftime, and then your team really came out and kind of put the pedal to the metal for a while. And then Willmar was trying to counter. How much of a grind was getting this particular win?
It was tough to weather the storm. I mean, we went out there, we were hitting shots, but so was Willmar, which is the tough part about it. And it wasn't that no team had bad offense. It was just trying to figure out the defense component because we couldn't stop each other. Both of us couldn't stop each other. So once we finally just figured out how to get that slight edge on them with getting a 3 over a 2 and, just getting a nice one more look pass, it really helped and changed the difference for us.
It really seemed like when your team was able to put on that surge in the second half, I think going up at one point 52-37, there seemed to be a lot of good ball movement there. Is that what you were seeing on the court and in those moments where you might have been watching from the bench?
Yes, I think it's really important for our team, especially when we do want to go those big runs, when we have that one more extra pass, or we're looking for someone in the skip in the corner. It's not just the easy pass right next to us, it's the one where it's not being guarded, so it's a little ways away. And we have really good motion offense most of the time. There's always that few moments where we just get in a rut and we're taking the first shot. But once we go in a pace and we pass and pass and pass and then shoot and find that best shot over okay shot, it's when we really start to get on a run.
So really, it takes a little bit of patience and everything that as I would think as you work the ball around, you kind of get the opposing team's defense, they have to spend a little more energy.
Yes, and Willmar has great defense. That's one of our biggest things against them, is just trying to find ways to keep the ball moving so that we can find that really good look eventually and give it time.
I know that Willmar, they have some excellent size and some physicality as well, and I say those in very complimentary terms, but how difficult is it to keep a good team like Willmar off the glass? Because again, I know they knocked your team for a few offensive rebounds tonight.
It's tough. Not only the rebounding component, but the foul component. Me and many of my teammates had 4 fouls. Okay. So it's tough. It's really hard to get them to just stop shooting in the paint. They're just crazy at rebounding. But that's a good thing that, like, when we can finally figure out how to stop fouling, how to just stay it straight up and down, and rely on our teammates on backside, that's when we kind of weathered the storm after we stopped fouling. Because first half we gave up, at the end we were giving them 1-and-1, they went in the bonus, and then second half we got to be in the bonus at the end of the game, which was what kind of helped us out in the end.
We are getting together right now with Hope Stark, captain for the Alexandria Cardinal girls basketball team. Hope, I might have a couple of follow-up questions, but I always would like to have my broadcast partner, in this case, Russ Henricks, share some of his observations, and he might have a question or two for you as well.
Sounds good.
All right, nice job, Hope. You did a great job of articulating DMAC, just the motion offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk. You had these two possessions down here, right, where you had the extra swing to Riley, and then the other time where you took it, you penetrated to the lane and kicked it back. I don't remember if that was Riley or Lauren, but really those two plays, it articulates perfectly, or is a perfect example of the things you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Where a good shot to a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
And so take us back to those two moments and what you remember about that extra swing and then penetrating and kicking it back out.
My teammates are phenomenal shooters, and I'm not saying that I'm not, but I love to give them the great pass so that they can highlight their skills too. So when I'm thinking in my mind, like, I want to get myself open, but if I'm not going to have the best look, I'm going to get it to my teammates. Yep. So when I'm driving, I'm especially just keeping that eye out in the corner for my teammates. Or when I'm going up to pretend, even maybe I will shoot, but at least fake shoot, I just keep an eye in the corner, and I like to hit the corner.
Yeah, there's a saying, right? When you make a shot, one person's happy. When you pass it, another person makes a shot. There's two people happy. So that's one of the things. So, as you look through the rest of the season here, I think there's only 8 games left for you guys, which is incredible in the regular season.
Goes fast.
What are some things here, as you guys kind of fine-tune? Obviously, you've got those 2 big section wins, but, the game against Brainerd, obviously coming up, will be huge. But what are some things you guys are still working on, you think, yet throughout the course of the season?
Yeah, so we're just trying to get into a new offense rhythm, kind of. Just trying to, again, be really big on finding that one more, and especially in zone offense. That's been a big component, trying to find a way to get in and out, not just keeping it out or not just keeping it in. And also our defense. We have been switching from a 2-3 to a 3-2 to a 1-2. I mean, it's been off and on, and just depending on our opponents, there's different strategies to go about that, and we're just kind of learning how to get good at one of them. Not just okay, just really good at one of them, so that way come playoff time we can use those.
Last question tonight, just what are your plans following the senior year? What are you thinking about doing? Tell the audience a little bit about what you're planning on doing.
Yeah, I have committed to Mount Marty University to play basketball at an NAIA school in Yankton, South Dakota, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. It's really fortunate. I'm going to be pursuing a nursing degree, so I'm really excited about that. They're an amazing program, and I'm really excited, and it's going to be a good time, and I'm going to miss my high school years here, but it's fun to go get a new change of scenery, always.
What what attracted you to Mount Mary to make that your choice for college?
Yeah, it was probably the atmosphere. It just reminded me a lot of their culture, a lot like Alex. It's just happy. People want to play, people want to be a part of it, and that's what made me just turn to it.
I know Yankton, South Dakota, I believe that's down near the South Dakota-Nebraska border and everything like that. Yep. I know that they have a radio station that's been there forever. That I did not work at that radio station, but I know they've had all sorts of advertising. But is the community of Yankton anything similar to Alexandria, Minnesota at all?
So much. It just looks like a small, not even necessarily small town, a mediocre size, around the same as Alec, but just very homey and very community-based, and it's what really just made me love it.
Hope, before we do let you go, I would be remiss. I know that when I talked to you and your 2 teammates during the tennis season, that was in the middle of the season or right toward the end as you were in the process of winning that first ever Central Lakes Conference title. Well, it turned out to be a history-making year because you go to state as well as the first ever Section 8 AAA champion is the Alexandria Cardinals. Is it possible to put into words what it was like to beat Elk River in the section final and then the whole state tournament experience?
It was unbelievable. I am so grateful for that opportunity, for my team, for my coaches. It was just, we could not have it could not have gone any better. I mean, that's for sure. Being the underdogs, it's just so fun to get that win and so fun to just turn heads. Nobody saw it coming, not even us captains when we were probably talking to you. We're like, well, we'll hope to get a little ways in the playoffs, but to go win and go to state was just a dream. It was a dream.
Well, I think maybe it was you or maybe your teammates that said, if we get the opportunity to play Elk River again, we're going to be dialed in. That, I'm not saying you went through the motions in that regular season loss down at Elk River, but I just got the feeling that the second time around might be a little bit better, and it was more than better. Yeah, we had a chip on our shoulder, that's for sure, and we came out with a completely different lineup from the time before, and so that probably, they didn't see it really coming, so that was really fun too, but it was just our energy. I think like Alex's energy in almost all of their sports is just so insane, and it's what makes our school so dominant and just fun to play for. It could be hope that Elk River might be on the path in the Section 8 Class 4A girls basketball tournament as well. Yeah. Now, I think the defending section champions from Brainerd are also going to have a say in this, but do you think Alexandria has the pieces there that maybe this girls basketball team could find a way to state? Absolutely, I do. There's something about this team, and even just the way that we practice, we give it our all. And it doesn't matter what game we go into, we play our hearts out. And even if we lose by or going against some really big cities teams, we give it our all. We don't just give up in defeat. I mean, I could see us playing strongly with anyone. Even if we do get to the state tournament, we'll be competitive. Like, we're just really looking forward to being someone that's dominant in our section, being someone that's dominant in our conference. And it's super cool because years past this, it's been Alexandria. And so it's really fun when no one thought it would be Alexandria this year to be Alexandria. Well, very good. Hope, congratulations on the win tonight. I'll talk to you a little bit before we let you go. We'll chat off the air, but good luck to you and the team this coming week, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Very good. There is Hope Stark from the Alexandria Cardinal girls basketball team, our Quality Toyota Cardinal Athlete Player of tonight's game. Again, Alexandria prevails at Willmar in girls basketball 68-64. We will have more of our Jottner Motors postgame report after we enjoy these words on our late media platforms from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
Better water starts with Eco Water.
Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorters Marine in Gas. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorters Marine and Outdoors in Gas.
Time to the Big Red Gym at Willmar High School and our Juttner Motors postgame report. Tonight's final in varsity girls basketball, Alexandria 68, Willmar 64. The Willmar Cardinals led by 1 at the break. Alexandria came out strong to begin the second half, outscoring Willmar 22-6 in the first portion of the second half to build a 15-point lead. Willmar then strung together a 9-0 rally with 3 consecutive made three-pointers, and then the game was pretty close the rest of the way through. Alexandria never gave up the advantage after building that lead up to 15. Willmar did get as close as 1 after a three-point shot late by the Willmar Cardinals. I believe it was Leah Ryman making her second triple of the night. But then Kate Hennessy, with under 10 seconds to go, made 1 of 2 free throws to put Alexandria up by 2. And then after Willmar turned the ball over, Riley Byer then made both free throws to clinch the game for Alexandria and a 68-64 win. Russ Henricks, first of all, I really enjoyed talking with Hope Stark.
Yeah, she did a nice job.
Yeah, I can understand, why.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction.
High school, but our students are so articulate and they're so mature and they're so, professional, and their skills are just so top notch, and it is fun. That's one of the best parts of our job, is getting an opportunity to talk to these student athletes and letting the audience see them from a different perspective. And, because it's when they go out there and compete and give it their all, and then we ask them, 5 minutes later to come on up here and talk to us, and they always do such a good job. And I enjoy too when you guys are on the road for hockey, when I get to watch some of that and whatever other activity that we're doing, during the winter season. It's pretty cool to have that opportunity.
Regarding how Alexandria was able to get this job done, they had to play a full 36 minutes, and I think you pointed out Willmar played with a little bit of desperation here, the kind of seeking that signature win. I think we can feel comforted that that signature win for the Willmar girls basketball team will come against somebody else, maybe Brainerd.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of games. Just looking at their schedule, they got a bunch of games on the road here coming up. So this was kind of their last home game for a while, and this was a tough week for them. They lost a tough one to Fergus on Tuesday, and then a tough one to us tonight. And, they have a couple really good players, I think, Lang and Malachik, who are experienced varsity players who you could see in that second half just kind of tried to put the team on its back. But we had a really balanced effort tonight. I thought that was, one of the best games I've seen Kate play, obviously, this year. And certainly McKinley and Riley, just doing such a nice job, just calming the team down at times and making sure we get into our offense and making sure we do those things. And it was interesting to listen to Hope. You can see, the things that Coach Helscher is trying to get across to the players about, make a good shot, a great shot. And I've heard him say that before too, and just taking pride in swinging the basketball and playing team basketball and moving it around. And I thought you saw some of that tonight in some instances where we had a good look, but we passed the ball into a better look. And, I think that leads to a victory.
Let's go through some of the numbers of this victory for Alexandria, 68-64. For the visiting Cardinals, 3 players in double figures. All of these numbers unofficial, by the way. My score sheet gets really messy by the end of the night. So Riley Byer with 22, Kate Hennessy with 17, McKinley Helscher with 14. That was the 1-2-3 punch. Lauren Byer came off the bench and scored 8 for Alexandria tonight. And Scotland Brown had the other 4 points for the Alexandria Cardinals. Our postgame guest, Hope Stark, played but didn't score. Abby Evink played. She had some good looks, but unfortunately the outside shot just was not falling for her tonight. And Ellie Hummelvig got into the game but did not score. So the breakdown for Alexandria: 22 for Riley Byer, 14 for Helscher, 17 for Hennessy, 8 for Lauren Byer, and 4 for Brown for the team total of 68. The Willmar Cardinals, paced by their junior forward, Maddie Malachek. In some ways, she kind of took the Willmar Cardinal team on her shoulders in that second half because Talili Lang's scoring dropped off after halftime, but Malachek more than made up for it. 17 of her 23 came after halftime as she would record a double-double for the Willmar Cardinals. Lang scored 10 in the opening half and then was held to 7 after halftime. She was 3 of 3 from the line. She did not make a three-pointer. I believe she had 5 three-point attempts in that second half of play. So there are 40 of the 64 Willmar points. Maddie Swearinga ended up with 9 points before eventually fouling out. Aaliyah Ryman finished with 8. 4 points for Liza Gustafson, 2 for Emma Rosendahl, and 1 for Emmy Salisbury for a team total of 64. I believe everybody that played tonight for the Willmar Cardinals was able to get into the scoring column. Malachek with 23, Lang with 17, Swearinga with 9, 8 for Ryman, 4 for Gustafson, 2 for Rosendahl, and 1 for Salisbury for a team total of 64. Rebounds, slight edge to the host tonight. Willmar out-rebounded Alexandria 38-36. What is notable, the Willmar Cardinals worked hard to get to the offensive glass. 13 of those 38 rebounds were on the offensive end. Individually, Malachek ended up with a dozen boards to go along with the 23 points. Liza Gustafson didn't score a lot, but she ended up with 9 rebounds tonight for Willmar. Kate Hennessy would lead Alexandria on the glass with 8, and McKinley Helscher from her guard spot had 6 rebounds. Hope Stark, our postgame guest, had 5 boards tonight, and Lauren Byer had 4. Total fouls in the game. The Willmar Cardinals ended up committing 15. Alexandria ended up committing 17. Both teams shot very similar percentages from the line. Willmar was 14 out of 20. Alexandria 12 out of 16. Both teams similar made three-point attempts. In fact, each team made 8. Alexandria was 8 of 26. Willmar was 8 of 22. Turnovers tonight, 17 for Alexandria, 15 for Willmar. Trends in the game, we had 2 ties, one in the first half at 25, one in the second half at 32. We had 3 lead changes in each half and 6 for the game. Willmar's biggest lead was at 3 points at 31-28 right in front of halftime. Alexandria's biggest lead was 15 at 52-37 early in the second half, about 7.5 minutes in, before Willmar knocked down 3 consecutive three-pointers to tighten the score, and then the game remained fairly close much of the rest of the way. Alexandria, after trailing at halftime 31-30, outscored Willmar in the second half 38-33 to win by 4. So Alexandria now stands at 9-1 in the Central Lakes Conference. When you look at point totals, you get a point for a Central Lakes Conference victory if you play that team twice. I believe Alexandria played Ricori just one time back in December, and the Cardinals of Alexandria won that game, so that ended up being a 2-point game. So in terms of points, Alexandria has more points than Brainerd, but right now Brainerd is the undefeated team in the CLC, having that head-to-head win against Alexandria earlier. So it will be a big matchup when Brainerd and Alexandria play each other 2 weeks from tonight, and we're going to have that game on our Leighton Media platforms, KXRA Radio, and through the Voice of Alexandria app, and also the live video stream on our YouTube channel. That is on Friday, February 6th. And hopefully, Russ, Alexandria can continue to do some good things. This is a quality win. I always feel that Willmar's always fired up to play Alexandria whenever the game's at the Big Red Gym, whether it's boys basketball or girls basketball.
Absolutely. I think anytime you go on the road in the conference, against some of these quality teams and come out with a win, as we did tonight. You got to feel good about that. And there's just a lot. It's a different week. Obviously, the weather, not having school today, players not feeling well. There were a lot of excuses that you could have had for not having your best game tonight, but the Cardinals did none of that. They came out and had a really good win, and now they'll go into next week and again, just continue to face each and every challenge. And, I think the next time we get together, right, is that in 2 weeks when we have girls Brainerd. That's our last regular season game. We have a couple of boys games left, but it is amazing. We're almost into February here.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So Alexandria's overall record now stands at 14 wins and 4 defeats, 9-1 in the Central Lakes Conference. The Willmar Cardinals, they have been in every Central Lakes Conference game this year that they've lost. The 3 wins that Willmar has have been fairly convincing wins, but Willmar now 3-4 in the CLC and 7-8 overall. Those 4 defeats by Willmar have been by 7 points at Alexandria, by 4 points at home to Fergus Falls, by 4 points at home to Alexandria, and by 4 points at Brainerd. So that's 4 defeats for the Willmar Cardinals by a combined total of 19 points. We wish Willmar well, at least some of us do. We like to root for our Cardinals as well, but we can say good fortune to Willmar because we will not face the Willmar Cardinals anymore the rest of the season.
Yeah, and I think, the top of that Section 8, 3A will be good. That'll be interesting to see how it comes down. Fergus, Willmar, Little Falls,
Sartell. And that.
Yeah, I think those are going to be the teams. So it will be interesting to see, and it's going to come fast. It's almost playoff time, and the weather's going to warm up a little bit. So you guys have a safe trip home, and we'll have a good week next week. And as always, go Cards.
There we go. That's Russ Henricks, our basketball broadcast partner of yours truly, Dave McClurg, for our Alexandria girls and boys basketball coverage throughout the 2025-26 school year. This is People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, and 105.7 FM. We also have audio through the Voice of Alexandria app, and we thank Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Sports Play-by-Play all throughout the 2025-26 school year. Our next sports play-by-play broadcast will be Monday night from the Fergus Falls Community Arena. The Alexandria girls hockey team will be seeking a Central Lakes Conference outright championship. They can earn that with a victory against the Fergus Falls Otters Monday night. The game's a makeup of a November 25th postponement. Jeff James and videographer J.P. Boleen will be joining me, Dave McClurg, from the Fergus Falls Community Arena. We'll take air with the Junkner Motors pregame show at approximately 6:30 prior to the 7 o'clock play-by-play. We'll also have Alexandria boys hockey on the air Tuesday night, 5 o'clock game up at the Essentia Health Sports Center in Brainerd, with the Warriors hosting Alexandria, pregame at 4:30. And then we'll have Alexandria boys swimming and diving next Thursday from Detroit Lakes, 5:30 for the pre-meet show, and the play-by-play will follow at 6 p.m.